Assalamu alaikum. I got a book today that I want to do a review on. And this is a book that I bought from Amazon. I sort of made a mistake when I bought it, and I'll tell you why. I'll show you the book. It's a book, it's an exegesis of the Holy Koran. Now, I wasn't buying this book as a Koran. That wasn't my intention. My intention was, when you look inside, you'll see, I don't know if you can see it, but you'll see the Arabic, and then you'll see the meaning, or the meaning that the fella that produced this book, they give him a credit, but he's dead now, but it's they call him Allama Nooruddin, and I think he was in Pakistan or India somewhere, and it's not a book that's that's a Sunni book, and it's not endorsed by any of the scholars of Islam. It's one of those books that was produced by the Ahmadi, and I don't know if you know that group. They're a Sufi, I believe it's a Sufi group. But anyway, they got some strange ideas, and I didn't know that. I had to ask around, and I asked a Sheikh Azim, or Imam Azim, a friend of mine, and he checked on it for me, and he said, yeah, he said that book is not something that you can really read and get a lot from. You may get some misguidance from it. So I just wanted to point that out, that not everything you buy is good. Some things can lead you down the wrong path, and we know that. I mean, people buy Bibles, and they misinterpret, mistranslate, well, not translate, but they misinterpret what verses mean, and they have a whole new group and a whole new sect, and they're maybe kind of wild and crazy, or maybe not at all, but it all depends on the person in the group. But this book right here, I don't know if you know much about the Ahmadin, but they, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I hope I am. I'll get some comments if I'm not. I'm sure of that. But anyway, this group doesn't believe that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the last and final prophet. Okay, they have prophets after him. So that goes contrary to the Quran, the gist of the Quran and Hadith. So it's not something that, if it goes against the Quran or Hadith, Sahih Hadith, I would say stay away from it, leave it alone. And I didn't know this when I bought the book. It was advertised as being a leather bound. But this is not leather, nor does it say leather. It's like rubber almost. I mean, it's got like a rubber type binding. I'm sure it's the binding inside is fairly good, but the outside, the cover is rubber, which I don't like. I never did like it, even when I didn't know what it was. But anyway, the commentary part is what I was looking for. We say that the Quran is mubin, or mubino, which means that it's easily understood, easily followed. So you wouldn't need one of these if it was. People wouldn't need to be interpreting the Quran if it was mubinu, but that's what it's called. And we have Hadith. And I was against Hadith for a long time, and I was a new Muslim. I had all kinds of views, I said, well, Hadith kind of, it was like a commentary to me. So, in Christendom, who cares about a commentary? We're going to go to the Bible, we're going to go to the Word. And I tried that same approach. I tried that same approach with the Quran, but that doesn't hold water, because if you did that, you wouldn't have your 5 prayers a day. You wouldn't have a lot of things. I mean, only these things are found in Hadith. So you know, you have to go with the Hadith and the Quran. But anyway, I was looking for some verses, what they mean, and I bought this book, and I bought it by accident. Well, I bought it not by accident. I deliberately bought it, but I didn't know what I was buying, okay? And I'm not a scholar in Islam by any means, and I don't pretend to be. I do have some knowledge of the Bible after, you know, 16 years or 17 years of education, and most of that in the Bible. At least the upper from 12th on, you learn a few things, you know what I'm saying? So I went, you know, 4, 5, 6 years beyond high school, and I feel like I have more of an expertise there, and that's when I never pretend to tell you anything other than that. Now, do I know Islam? I know the basics of Islam, okay? I took a year and have the general diploma in Islam, Islamic studies. However, I didn't take the language, Arabic. Maybe I should have. I probably could go back and do some of that. It might help me a lot. You know, it would help me a lot in reading, and it would help me a lot to understand ayahs and how to pronounce them, and you know, and it would help a lot in salat. It would help in prayer. Okay, so we got past that. They have some peculiar things. Not only do they not believe that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the last prophet, they believe that Jesus, Isa, was also crucified. And, you know, of course, this goes against our teaching. It goes against the Quran. They believe he was crucified, but he didn't die. Now, that view is out there, and I know Sunnis that believe that. And a lot of people actually would believe that the Ahmadi are practicing Islam. I mean that they're you know, that they're not in error from that. Mohammed Masri, when he did an interview, not an interview, but he did a, I don't know if you know Mohammed Masri, but if you Google James White, and you'll inspiration of the Bible or inspiration, and he goes over the Quran, and they go over first the Bible, and then they go on the Quran. Mohammed Masri, Florida Islamic Center, I think that's where he's imam of, but he owns a few other mosques. So James White was debating him, and he said the Ahmadi, he didn't have a problem with them. He said they were Islamic. So that's something to note. You know what I'm saying? When somebody who says they has a PhD and memorized the Quran, and which he says he did, you know, to say that goes against the scholars of Islam. It goes against what they teach in Medina or Mecca or anywhere else. You know, so I thought I'd throw that out there to you. I thought I'd show you this book basically as a warning. You can get it on Amazon. That's where I got it, and I don't recommend you buy it. There's my phone. So I don't really recommend that you buy it. I should have shut my phone off, right? Anyway, but it's out there, and I'm sure it's probably going to do more damage than it's ever going to do good. I'm thinking it uses the Quran in Arabic. I'm thinking I'm thinking they got that right. But these comments and commentary onto it, I'm thinking are probably off in places. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you don't buy this book. Don't buy this book, by the way. Don't buy it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But I threw my money away. I don't know how to get rid of it. Maybe somebody can give me some comments on that. You know, it does have the Quran in it, so I just don't want to throw it in a trash can. I'm going to have to figure out a way on how to get rid of it. Maybe somebody's got some ideas, and maybe you could pass those ideas on to me in the comments, because it does have the Arabic Quran, and I don't want to throw that in the trash can. Okay, we're done with this video. I'm going to do another video coming up, but it's going to be real soon. And I'm going to try to do this next one. It's actually going to be on, how to present things to people without really offending them too bad. I mean, whenever you present a view, and I'll give you a little precursor of what the next video is going to be. Whenever you present a view to people, and it's not the view that they have, they're going to be a little riled up with it. But this is how to calm them down a little bit. Maybe by doing that, they'll understand that you're not really trying to make a dig at them, and you're not really trying to downplay what they believe, but you're really interested into them. And I think the next video is going to be something that you should watch. It's going to be a tactic that I employ a lot, and when I go to the flea market, if I can get there, if they'll let me in to set up my booth for dawah, it's going to be a tactic that you're going to see me use a lot. Sometime you just got to kind of zip it, be quiet, and listen. Do more listening than you do talking. I learned that through the years. In fact, I've been married 3 times. 3 times. So I kind of know that words are powerful, and you got to kind of sometimes just not say what you're thinking. Okay? All right then. The next video, and Assalamu alaikum. May Allah bless you. May He keep you and prosper you. And may He cause you to gain an ever larger portion of knowledge as you study and as you try to please Him. And may everything you do be to the glory of Allah. Assalamu alaikum, brothers.